Do you worship on the Sabbath? Did you know the Sabbath was changed? Is keeping the Sabbath really a big deal? The Bible surely has the answers we need. Is it written? Let's find out. Why is keeping the Sabbath so critical? The Bible provides evidence for keeping the Sabbath, which is the seventh day of the week. Jesus kept the Sabbath by consistently worshiping in the synagogue on the Sabbath. Nowhere in the Bible did Jesus command that a different day should be kept or to cancel any of the commandment. Here are some Bible verses about keeping the Sabbath. Exodus 20 verses 8 to 10. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. Deuteronomy 5 verse 12. Observe the Sabbath day, to keep it holy, as the Lord your God commanded you. Isaiah 58 verse 13 to 14. If you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy day of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words, then you shall delight yourself in the Lord. And I will cause you to ride on the high hills of the earth, and feed you with the heritage of Jacob your father. The mouth of the Lord has spoken. Leviticus 19 verse 30. You shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary, I am the Lord. Mark 2 verses 27 to 28. And he said to them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is also Lord of the Sabbath. Hebrews 4 verses 9 to 11. There remains, then, a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For anyone who enters God's rest also rests from their works, just as God did from his. Let us, therefore, make every effort to enter that rest, so that no one will perish by following their example of disobedience. Exodus 31 verse 13. Surely my Sabbaths you shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am the Lord who sanctifies you. Exodus 31 verses 16 to 17. Therefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations as a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever, for in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. Some think the Sabbath is for Jews only. Nope. Romans 2 verses 28 to 29. For he is not a Jew who is one outwardly, nor is circumcision that which is outward in the flesh. But he is a Jew who is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, not in the letter, whose praise is not from men but from God. A few verses pertaining to Jesus. Luke 4 verse 16. So he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day, and stood up to read. Luke 4 verses 31 to 32. Then he went down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and was teaching them on the Sabbaths. And they were astonished at his teaching, for his word was with authority. There are more verses, but I think this will suffice. As we can clearly see, we are to keep the Sabbath. Both Jews and Gentiles. So, who changed the Sabbath, and when?
Emperor Constantine changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday on March 7, A.D. 321.
Constantine accepted Sunday, the day of the sun, as the day of worship for his pagan followers, who were already observing it as their special holy day. Constantine's decision to change the Sabbath to Sunday was motivated by his mixture of pagan beliefs and his questionable conversion to Christianity. The change from Saturday to Sunday was made by those who believed they had the authority to change biblical principles. The change was not optional for believers either. Those who didn't follow were removed from the Roman Catholic Church, and opened themselves up to punishment and even death via Constantine. As we can see, the Sabbath was changed by an individual who had no authority to change anything in the Bible, but for some reason thought he did. Really? Regardless of what Constantine did, here are some final thoughts as to why the Sabbath is significant. The Sabbath is an ordinance of creation. God instituted the Sabbath at creation, setting 1 day and 7 aside for rest and worship. He blessed the seventh day and made it holy, which means that he set that day apart from every other day. The Sabbath is a sign of the covenant between God and his people. It commemorates God's day of rest after he finished the creation. It is a symbol of belief, love, and respect. The Sabbath is a day to direct our thoughts and actions toward God. It is a sacred day to be spent in worship. It gives us a certain day of the week on which to ponder spiritual matters, renew our covenants with the Lord, and feed our souls on the things of the Spirit. The Sabbath is a day of rest and restoration. It provides a time of physical and spiritual recovery, free from the distractions of our daily cares. The Sabbath is a reminder of God's original intention for the Sabbath: unity with God, creation, and each other. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thanks for watching.